One thing many people do when they try and diet is to cut out carbs completely. But as you're about to find out, that may not be totally necessary. Here to explain it all is the herbal pharmacist, David Foreman. David, thanks for coming in this morning.
This is a hot topic because everybody doesn't, want to give up their carbs.
I know. I mean, who would want to, right?
I know, right?
All right. So talk to us first about the latest research showing, describing low fat versus, low carb.
So we kind of got into this thing 40 years ago where we thought that fat and cholesterol were bad for us in our diet. So we migrated to a low fat, no cholesterol diet. So we ended up going to carbs because their pretzels have no cholesterol and rice and pasta, same thing. But what we ended up doing is converting our bodies into fat factories. We now know that a diet that's higher in good fats, from nuts, seeds, and certain fruits and vegetables will actually help you lose weight and keep the inches off. So today I figured a few ways that you can still eat your favorite foods and kind of get over on the weight loss or the weight gain part of it. So pizza and pasta, two big things.
Yeah.
The sad thing is with those, you actually have to eat them cold in order to, believe it or not,
really?
you can get about half the calories out of cold pizza and cold pasta, but who wants to eat cold red sauce? Not me.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's actually an extract from white kidney beans. These are white kidney beans. It's available in most health food stores and pharmacies. It's an all-natural ingredient called phase 2. That's just the name of the ingredient. It's a starch blocker, a carb blocker. Numerous clinical trials show that it helps block up to 65% of the caloric effects. So I can still eat my hot pizza, I can still eat my warm pasta. I take my phase 2 beforehand. I negate about 65% of the calorie effect. So if I eat a pound of pasta, think about it, I only get a third of the calories off that pound of pasta.
Wonderful.
So that's phase 2, great way to cheat. Actually, on all of this.
Okay, and I smell coconut oil. What's
coconut oil. So I've got coconut oil. But there's actually a study out there that showed that if we, by the way, I have a little teaspoon or tablespoon of coconut oil, 1 cup of brown rice here. You could use white rice. I usually stir it to make it kind of toasty. It gives it a better flavor. Of course, after it's toasty, you add your water, put a lid on it, cook it as recommended. When it's done, this is what I love television and cooking. So look at this. Oh my God, it's ready already. When it's done cooking, take it out, keep it in the fridge for 12 hours. Then when you're done, I usually add another tablespoon of coconut oil to give it a little extra flavor. Take my cooked cold rice, and you can brown it up a little bit. Browning it gives a little extra flavor. When you're done, you've got a nice, healthier bowl of rice because by doing this process of the coconut oil, cooking it, cooling it for 12, reheating it, you've negated 50% of the calorie effect of the rice. So a normal cup of cooked rice has about 200 calories. You've gone down to 100 calories.
And how is that happening?
Actually, what happens with most of these processes, it affects how the starches are broken down. If the starch doesn't break down, it'll into sugar, which is what normally happens, then a lot of it will pass through you. It's non-digestible.
Got it.
So normally when we eat a starch, it breaks down into sugar. Sugar absorbs into the body. You make energy or fat from it. So anyway, and last but not least, not that you should be eating white bread.
Oh, it's so good.
But if you store your bread in the freezer and right before you toast it, pull it out, stick it in the toaster, you can negate about 39 or decrease the glycemic index by 39%. So granted, this is like having a tablespoon of sugar right here, but when you do it the way I said, you'll decrease the impact of that on your body.
So there are still, of course, plenty of carb-rich foods that we can and should eat.
Well, you see, the thing is most Americans don't even understand what carbs are or which ones are bad because a carb is not a carb. Sugar's a carb, but my broccoli is also a form of carb. And I could eat all the broccoli I wanted to all day long. I'm not going to gain weight unless you put cheese sauce or something on it,
And you're talking about those healthy fats. We hear more and more of these days.
Avocados.
Nuts and avocados.
Nuts are my favorite way to get fat. Avocados another great way to get fat. And you're getting the fiber and all the other health benefits when you eat those whole foods. I guess the bottom line is avoid the processed stuff. And if you don't, cook it right or use some phase 2 along with it to negate the unhealthy benefits.
Wonderful.
I guess they're not unhealthy benefits, are they?
Right. We can just go with benefits. Real quickly, your website?
Herbalpharmacist.com.
All right, David, thank you so much for coming in. We'll have a link on our website, WXYZ.com.
Thanks.